Hello and welcome to Fat Man's Kitchen. I am Bikramjit Ray, aka the Fat Man. Of course, who else can it be? Today's recipe is very interesting. It's called achari chicken. It's a chicken dish and achari means pickled. We're going to make a curry with the chicken which is going to be almost like a pickle. This dish is unique because it's one of those dishes that can stay for a longer period of time. It was developed initially so that you could make the dish and you could go traveling, because early on there was no transportation and people would be traveling for days on end. So they needed something which was dry, which was spicy, which kept and which could be taken with you. So we're going to make our achari chicken. There's some variations, but this achari chicken is a modern day take on the ancient recipe. We're going to start making our achari chicken. This is for 2 portions, about 350 to 400 grams of chicken. So firstly, in our non-stick pan, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and I'll allow this to heat up. My oil is hot. I'm going to start by adding the spices. First, half a teaspoon of nigella seeds, then half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, adding 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 3/4 teaspoons whole fennel. I'm going to stir this up a little bit, and then as soon as it's slightly brown like now, I'm putting in my 1 sliced onion until they turn brown. It's these spices which I've roasted in the oil and mixed with the onions that's going to give this dish a little pickle quality. It's the fennel with its really interesting smooth flavor and the fenugreek which adds a pickling flavor to the chicken. The onions are getting a little brown. This is the moment I'm going to take to add my ginger and garlic paste. 1 teaspoon of ginger paste and 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Turmeric is a very important Indian spice, but it's also a very strong spice. So you have to be careful, and with time you will develop a good idea of how much to use. Now I am cooking on a high heat. This process is also a very typically Indian process and it's called bhunna. What we are doing is we are cooking the spices together and taking away the rawness from the flavor. Spice is still being cooked on a high heat, and this is the time I'm going to take to put in my pieces of chicken which are washed and kept aside. They are not marinated. This is the first fire and spice that they get to feel. I'm going to now mix it until all the spices coat the chicken perfectly. What I'm doing now is pan roasting the chicken. I'm making sure that the chicken is cooked, it turns white. I'm looking for, and of course let me add at this moment, in Indian food when you are using chicken, you take the skin off the chicken. Don't cook the chicken with skin because that's not the style of doing it in India. What that does is makes the chicken a much leaner meat. It also allows the flavors to go right into the chicken. But on the other hand, because it doesn't have a skin, it doesn't stay as moist as skinned chicken would. So be careful in the way you're cooking. Most Indian dishes have gravy, so you don't need to worry about the chicken being too dry. Alright, my chicken is going a little brown. As you can see, this is the moment in which I will add yogurt. The chicken yogurt that I'm going to be using, Indian yogurt is very similar to Greek yogurt. If you don't get Indian yogurt, use Greek yogurt. It's got that thick style which is what is preferred. About 1 cup of yogurt, half a teaspoon of chili powder at this moment, cools the chicken down. The yogurt and the chicken are moving together. I added the chili powder with the yogurt because that really tempers the chili powder a bit, because sometimes you can go a little overboard on the chili powder. If you don't want to use chili powder, use paprika powder, which gives the color and flavor of chilies without making it as hot as normal Indian style chili powder would. All right. Now into this, now I'm going to add some cumin powder. This is basically cumin which has been dry roasted and then made into a powder. Half a teaspoon of cumin seed powder. And then I'm going to add a large tomato which I have chopped finely. We're going to lower the flame and we're going to continue cooking it. We're waiting to see when the oil leaves the gravy. Once that happens, it's time to add the water. So let's cover this and wait for the tomatoes to disintegrate. As you can see, the oil is leaving the gravy. This is the time now to add about half a cup of water and to continue cooking this until the chicken is perfectly cooked, which should be around 15 minutes. We're going to cover this and let it cook now. My chicken is done and now I'm going to finish it off by adding the salt. You guys may have thought I forgot, but I haven't. So I'm going to add the salt to taste. And finally, I'm going to add some slivers of chilies which I have kept marinated in lemon, which will give it a little bit of sourness and some nice additional spiciness. And the chicken is done.